Hello, this is Hi Bob Warbob, and let's play some Ultimate General Civil War. Hello, and welcome back. Today we are speeding through Hardin Pike. So my army is pretty much the exact same as you saw in the camp, and pretty much the exact same that was in the last battle as well. So my goal is to do a lot like what we did in the last battle. Pandakraut focuses all of his fire in both of these battles on just one section, concentrates, forces his way through, and gets the breach that he wants, and then works his way on from there. My only problem with that is that leaves you in contact with your enemy for the majority of the battle, without any way of getting out of range of all their artillery. So my goal will be to take out as much of this artillery and other things as possible before they have a chance at getting at me. The one thing that I don't do here that I could do is I could cross the river to the east. Not up here, but down in the corner on the south and east. I could cross that river with tricks that I've shown before, and that possibly could let me get vision on some guys that would be helpful. I just feel that maybe that would be taking it just a little bit too far right here. I could cross this river, get in behind them basically, and get eyes on those artillery back there. Just crossing the river once there would probably let me get to a spot where I could see those artillery. For one thing, snipers are really finicky about it. Being able to break off skirmishers and reattach them helps you keep from having a lot of the problems that you can have with crossing rivers. Now, it being a wide river means you're less likely to have those problems than with a thin river. So it kind of is null and void there. I probably could just do it and it'd be fine. I just didn't really feel like it. And this map is completely winnable just how it is, without any kind of cheating, really. With minimal casualties. My casualties in the end are light. So the basic goal is to just get everybody into position and make sure to keep pounding them into dust for as long as you can. There are a couple things that I'd change if I had it to redo. Like only sending one sniper to the north, and having it get into a certain position would allow me to hit the one at the very northeast corner of that first flag to the north. If you get in the house and then you get seen for just the briefest moment and then get back into that house there, it allows you to get their artillery to turn around just enough so that you can see it. I don't understand how that works. So as you can see, I've taken out, two artillery pieces so far is all. Just these two on this side that you can see here. And now we're moving in to get these guys out of the way. Problem is that these guys just keep coming back. There's just no stopping them. That's a huge problem. I let them go out there just to get seen and run that guy off, because if you don't get seen, then that guy won't leave, and he'll get vision on all of your skirmishers over and over again, which is So I think we get vision on their artillery there. Yes. We do lose a few more skirmishers than I would like here, but it's not too bad. It's doable. I think that it's possible to lose very few here if you like really concentrated, but it would take a lot of work to keep from losing very many. Just because of how many things can go wrong. So now we've got vision on 3 artillery to the north there. And we'll begin working on them. The one here in the very north of the south position is really hard to get eyes on too. And one of the hardest is actually the one just south of it along that line. It's just about impossible to get vision on that without moving snipers like way out in the open. And it's really hard to keep vision and purpose everywhere all at once because there's just so many things going on all the time. It's just really hard to keep from getting into a position where you're going to get absolutely destroyed by so many guys. So we got all of them working. This guy starts to get in there, which is a huge problem. They're always getting just a little bit of vision. It's all that it's the fact that there's trees right there, and then they start to move out in the open, and it's already too late. It takes several volleys with a sniper to actually get guys off of a position. See, I moved them up way too far there. I don't think that's a good idea. And then we lose some men from the artillery some more, and we lose sight of the artillery there. And then, of course, their routing guys run straight for my snipers. Like, what are the chances? And then bring along a friend. So frustrating. We get lucky though, and I'm able to mostly stay out of sight, which is crazy because really shouldn't have been able to stay out of sight there. Trying to get a little bit of ammunition for them. And here I find out that you can get into this position somehow and not be seen, but then whenever I try to back off, then I get seen. Not while I'm firing, but while I'm actually backing up, which is weird, but not a whole lot that you can do there. I figured that whenever they broke, they were going to get to see me anyway, and then the artillery would hit me a bunch, but that probably would have been better than getting hit by all that the fire from the actual unit. It's just kind of how that goes. It was not a great move on my part. So now I'm going to try to move up and get vision on that. I need to get vision on that artillery piece there. I'm not sure if I ever do or not. But I really need to. Do I get vision on it now, maybe? I think if it sees something up there, then if something up that way is the last thing that it's seen, then I can see it up to the north. But if it sees something up front, which I think it did last, then it will continue facing to the west. And for some reason that, oh, there we go. Now I saw it. That guy got seen. As soon as that guy got seen, then I could see their artillery. I don't know what it is about that, but for some reason it just works out that if it has seen something to the north, then you can take that to your advantage. Use that to your advantage. I don't know exactly why it is the way it is, but for some reason it is, and I'm okay with that. Here we get pretty much the only capture I've ever gotten on this map. It's very uncommon to get a capture here. So I'm pretty excited about that. So we're able to rout off that front unit there. I don't know if how many of the artillery guns we took out. The one in the far east back here. We took out one there. There's still one there. So there's only a few left now. The one in that corner, which I'm hitting the guy in the corner, which will help take out some of it. Not all of it, though. I can't remember if the gun is still here or not in this corner. Don't think that it is, but I'm not 100% certain. It's still there. But I think we took out the one here. So that's, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 4 or 5 that we've taken out so far. Oh, 5 or 6 maybe. I don't know. We're taking out this one. The one in the corner there is probably still there. I'm guessing that the 2 up there are gone too, so that'd be 7 taken out so far. So only about, well, with that one gone, it's only the 3 in the back, and then there's 4 left on the southern fortification. So the fortification in the far back has 3 or 4 cannons in it, and the one to the south still has 3 or 4 cannons in it. There's one. It has 4. It has one at the northeast corner, one at the northwest corner, and then it has 2 kind of in the center, one to the east and one to the west. I'm not sure that you'll get to see all of them, but you'll at least get to see the ones that are the one in this corner. Oh, you still can't. Oh no, okay, there we go. We did get that one. So now we're just sitting on, we just got to push them out of this north bit. So we're just moving forward slowly. I think here I get in range of one of those southern cannons, and I shouldn't have. I think one of those, yep, he's in range and I'm not seeing it. He's only taking a few casualties. I think it's a like a either a 12-pound howitzer or, well, probably not a 12-pound howitzer. Those wouldn't have range, but it's probably like a 24-pound howitzer with really limited damage out towards the end of its range. So here we're just going to try to break out this corner piece so that we can get men around the corner. I forgot to move my generals forward and the artillery support. More guys are in this northern section than I thought, and I didn't move my men up fast enough to support like I should have. I was too focused on trying to break everybody out of the trenches instead of actually getting guys into the right positions. Kind of happens sometimes. This fight is really hard to keep track of all the different things that are going on. Like there, I forgot to take that guy off a hold fire. Need to get everybody firing on that guy so that we can actually get around him. There's another guy right there. Yep, there we go. I got vision on him now, but I gotta be careful because there's a good chance that they will try to step out and occupy those cover positions, and I have him on hold fire, which means he will not retreat, which could be really bad for me if I'm not really careful. So they are reoccupying the fortifications, but that's only good for me because these fortifications are facing all the wrong way, which is really helpful. So I'm not sure if we ever even get vision on the ones in the north and east back there. I don't think that I really made a push for it this time. In the past I have at different times, just to see if I could do it, but I don't think that it is worth it, really. I don't even really think the push to the south is really all that worth it, but it gets me a bunch of kills on artillery, and I don't think it ties up too many resources, really. It's just killing more artillery and more men, and it's really close to being really good. If I could just, I don't know, break it just a little bit faster, maybe I should assign a couple more units of artillery or a little bit more focus on it, and I think that I could do something really cool down there. Like if I made it more of the main focus instead of making my main focus up to the north, I think that you could possibly break the southern portion and quite possibly sweeping from the north, from the south to the north, might actually be easier than sweeping from the north down to the south, because you have a position that you can move on that rear fort. I think there's some woods back there, and if nothing else, you could get snipers in those woods, which might give you vision on some of it, and it's possible that with enough support you could do something kind of crazy. I kind of want to do it myself, but it's a lot of work to like completely rethink the strategy all over again. And every time I do this, I always end up losing just a few more men than I want and scrapping runs. It's just really hard to get everything to go your way. There's just too many pieces. Like there, that guy gets routed, which is not great. And you can see just how many units they have back here after breaking the northern fort. I think that I've gotten back here before I broke the northern fort, and there's still quite a few more guys back there than I would have thought. But I think that with a strong enough force, it would probably be possible to make the move here and really do a number on them. One of the other problems here is that there's a possibility they could move out of the trees and get into one of these forts. If I don't react to it fast enough, if my guys don't react to it fast enough, there's a chance they'll get into those fortifications, and that could really spell a disaster. But you don't want to move too far forward, because if you move too far forward, then they can sit in the trees and shoot at you from within the trees before you even get vision on them hardly. So you have to be really careful about a lot of these places, because they just are not as safe as what they seem. They have a lot of cav back there, like 3 cav units, 2 cav units, all armed with Spencers, which can be really devastating. I think it's 3 cav. No, it's just 2 that we can see there. But those cav can be really deadly if you're not careful. We do get some shots on them from the flank with the snipers, I believe. That gets them routing, which is good. See, and here I fall back, and I feel like it was both the right and the wrong thing to do at the same time. Like, I wanted to get shots from the side here, which is good, but I think it allows more time for other units to move up too. I can't remember though. No. So yeah, it was probably the right thing to do, to fall back a little bit, get some shots on the flank with another unit. But up here is kind of a problem. And I'm going to end this battle just a couple minutes early, because it ends at 15:30, and I see here that this is not going in my favor. It's not going really all that badly against me either. I haven't really lost that many men up here. if you look at them, there's still 2,300 or whatever left. Okay, so now we're going to transition into slowing down here. I lost 1,900 men, some infantry, killed a bunch, lost a few more men on those snipers than I would have liked. Got really good kills on a lot of the snipers. One of those 20Ps got 1938 kills. That's really good. But see, some of those 10Ps did almost as good as 20-pound parrots. Like, one of the 20-pound parrots actually did worse than a lot of them. Well, several of the 20-pound parrots did. Wow. It's just all about keeping your artillery in range and keeping them supplied. And it's not something I have a lot of experience with. So it's pretty much something I'm not very good at yet. A lot of officer promotions for some of my lower officers, and 2 major generals, which is really good. Got some 63s, not as many as I would have liked, but a bit. Lost quite a few Whitworths. As you can see, I rescued 71 of them, so that's quite a few lost. I think I'm going to switch over to the spreadsheet pretty soon. Yep, there we go. And you can see my losses there. I cannot see them very well. I think it's like 15 or 1,600. I went ahead and just recorded this right at the time and didn't record any audio for it. I was busy with some other things. Highlighting my kill to loss ratio, and my kill percentage was low. Still respectable, but low. I would have liked to get that up a little bit higher, and I feel like with just a little bit of tweaking, it could have worked. I don't know exactly what to tweak. I know that the 3 20-pound parrots up to the north are pretty much essential because they need to take out the 3 cannons that are up there that they can get to. The one that's standing out in the open, the one to the north, and the one in the trees, all 3 of those are 20-pound parrots, so they are absolutely essential to take them out, because if you come from the south, you'll be fighting into the teeth of those if you haven't taken them out from behind. So those 3 and 1 sniper up there, and maybe 1 sniper. But how do you get through the front to get eyes on the one? I don't know. One thing that you can do is you can possibly just sit there and beat away at it for longer, knowing that you're going to make your move more to the south, so you have more time, so you can assign fewer resources to the north, maybe only like, so there's 3 up there and maybe like 1 or 2 more. There's also the possibility of getting flank shots on some of the guys in the those fortifications. It is possible to get flank shots on them with artillery from long distance. It's also possible that as you're making your move from the south, once you get to the north edge of those trees, that might be a really good jumping off point. I don't know how easy it would be to see you from the north there. So here we're just checking out all the guys that we brought to that battle. Most of them did pretty good. I'm a little bit ashamed of how many sniper losses I took, but not a whole lot you can do there. We still have a minute or so to go here. I guess I'm going to show off how many men are going to be at Washington, what my numbers are. Going to face, I cannot read that number, but over 100, 160,000, 170,000. I don't remember exactly what it was. And there's how big my army is. That is not including any men from this battle or the recruits that you can get for reputation. Well, this has been a blast. Hope you guys have had as much fun as I've had. I'll see you again in the next episode. You guys have a good one,